Okay, we're building the Lux Blox, Lux Force Rescue Chopper. Okay, this guy is great because it's got lots of moving pieces. Of course, the rotors move, right? But also, since they're Lux, they're corrugated, so these rotors can easily be folded up, right? Let's say you want to store the helicopter. You can fold them up, right? They curl up to get into a smaller hangar, for instance, or you could change their pitch. You can make them so they have a little bit more of a flat cant to them like that. Okay. Also, these gondolas down here are adjustable for picking up payload. They could pick up either payload, they could pick up wounded because it's a rescue chopper, right? They could be bringing relief supplies to people stranded in a flood or something, or pick people up in a flood, but maybe get a rope or something. Back here is another moving. These are adjustable. Okay. And then back here is a moving surface. This is a control surface for the aircraft. So these totally move. You can see that bumping into my microphone. So you can play with that too. You could change the design too and be your own aeronautical engineer. So this we're going to build today is the Lux Force Rescue Chopper. So go ahead and get your Lux Force tube out. Open her up. Get out the instructions and take a look-see. Inside the instructions will be a little how to use Lux Blox thing, a getting started thing. If you don't know how to use Lux Blox, this just shows you how to use them. And basically, it's pretty simple. You got these two parts here. You got your two shapes, the egg and the nest. Okay, you put the egg in the nest. Another thing you want to know about is the little divots here they're called the dimples. Okay, and you want to make sure that Lux is left and right-handed. You don't want to make one part that goes one way and one part that goes this way because they won't go together. Okay, so we learn that real fast. Let's get to it. The instructions. I want you to build it in sections, okay? So let's start by building the bottom. Pull our blocks out. The bottom is going to be 2 by 5 squares, 2 by 5, with the dimples. This is something else. The dimples pointing up. 5. We're doing the bottom. And the back end, you're going to do 3 olive green trigons. We call this olive green or army green. It's one of my favorite colors. It's so awesome. So there you go right there. That's the bottom. Okay. And now we're going to do the sides. Okay. We're going to do a 3 by 2 here. But one's going to be black. This is going to be black here. These are green. And then you go 1 over, and then you do 3 olive trigons. And 1 green. You do the same thing over here, but you're going to flip it. So you're going to do it like this. This one, but you're going to flip it, make it mirror it over here. Make sure you're doing dimples up. And then black. And that little space is going to be for the landing gear, or the landing pod thing for the gondolas. Now, if we go ahead and we put the bottom here, you'll see how this works. We're going to snap this in. Like that, see? And then this comes up, goes in here. There. Like that, see? Now we're going to do the top section here, which is going to be a black here. So now you have 3 parts of the window here. And then you're going to have olive green. You're going to have 3 of these olive greens on each side, like this. On each side here. This is being where the rotor housing is. On this side and one on this side. Snap the top part on. Snap the back part on. It's still open back here. You can see the front of the cockpit is forming here. Then you do 2 more squares and a trigon. And 1 trigon here in the back. The trickiest part of this thing is going to be this section right here in the back, where the tail connects to the fuselage, because it's a very sharp angle. Very sharp. So what we're going to do is put together we're also going to put on the first section of our tail now to help structure that piece here, to give it more strength. Because it will give it more strength. Okay, because that's the trickiest part of this whole build right there. Okay, now go ahead and put on the front of the front of the helicopter. Okay, see, we started the front. Now we're going to finish it. We're going to take another black, put it down here like this, have it camped down for the front of the windshield, 2 blacks, black on each side, black trigon. See that? And then green here. Is it green? Yeah, green. And green. Force it in. It's going to come right in here like that. See how it's going to go to a point. See how it goes to a point there? It's kind of going to a point. And then we're going to go ahead into the bottom. It's going to get another 3 of those olive green trigons here on the bottom of your fuselage, of your chopper. And then we're going to make a nose cone. And the nose is going to be green on the top, green on bottom, green square on top, green square on bottom, and green trigon on each side. And they all snap together into this prism on the front. It's a prism. You got to help it in. There you go. There it is, right there in front. See that? Isn't that nice? Now you've got your fuselage. Now we're going to put on the tail section. We already finished 1, so we have to do just 4 more. So make 4 prisms, three-sided prisms with open ends like this. 1, make sure the dimples are on the inside. 2, 3, and 4. Snap them together onto here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be 5 long when it's done. It's 4 or 5. Tail section. It's 3 and 3 on each, 3 on each side. A 3 by 2. A 3 by 2 on each side. 2 by 2. 3 by 2. 1 3 by 2. Second 3 by 2, 3 long, 2 wide, 3 by 2. And then in the middle of that is a trigon. What you're going to do is you're going to bend it and put it here like this. Bend it. It's actually not a trigon. I don't think there's anything in between. Let's see. Now, bend it, put that here, and just connect them like that. And that's your back tail assembly. And it moves, gimbals around like that. See that? Isn't that nice? Gives it vectored thrust if you want. So there you go. And now we have to do the sides. So the sides are such that we're going to take 4, so a square in the bottom and a square in the top. Square in the bottom, a square in the top. And then 2 trigons on each side for the front and the back. Here, like that. And on the back, like that. Bring down the square and hook it in. Like that. And down here like this. This is where you can get really creative. This is the way I designed it, but after that you can put it on if you want to do gun mounts or other kinds of mounts, you can, okay? This is a very basic part of the helicopter. But after that, you can just have a lot of fun and do your own stuff, right? Oops, it comes off, just put it back on. No biggie. Top, so bottom square, top square, and the front and the back are 2 trigons. Uh-oh, just lost one. Okay, there you go. So you got those. Okay? And now this part is such that you do 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. So you put on 6 on each side. 3, 4, 5, 6. And you go around like this. And you could put those trigons any way you want on here to make wings. Wings are cool. Okay, so I'm just going to put the squares on. But you can see now, you could change the shape of this. You could add now, if you wanted to, trigons here. And make these wings or shape-shifting, you know, gondolas or gurneys for holding people. Okay, which are really cool. I like the idea of a wing too. Okay. We're going to get back to that. So it's supposed to go like this, so like that. That one might be extra long. Okay, you can see how long I made that one, but it's pretty cool. I like the long one too. We're going to do the rotor now before we get on to the legs. Okay, the rotor is a trigon on the top, not a trigon, a triangular prism on the top. And make sure that both trigons are even on the top and the bottom because the key's got to go through the keyhole. Okay, I'll show you what I mean. There's a keyhole on top there. See that keyhole? See where that's going to go in like this? See that? It's got to go on both sides. It's got to be up. This has got to be facing up over here too. We put on our axle for our rotor. Okay. And then, let's see, let's move down. We're going to go ahead and do the rotors. So the rotors go like this. They're 5 long. They're 6 long. Okay, they go like this. There's double bladed. 4, 5, 6. Right, then do another 6. We do another 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 6. Connect them together. Bend them and put one cap on the end. Okay, and then you stick put the cap on the end and stick a a number 2 axle in there, a small axle, and go ahead and put it in the side of the rotor hub like that. So there's a gap in between so that doesn't rotate around. Okay? And you do it 2 more times. So 2x6 rotor. Bend it, put this on. Get an axle, put it on, like so, and one more. 2x6. Six. Cap it off. So they go rigid, see that? It's nice and rigid. Put a number 2 axle on it. Stick it in there. They're all in the same direction. See if it works. Test it. Don't kill anybody with that. Okay, and then go ahead and you can make these rotors, these leg, any way you want. You could totally change the shape. These morph down here, these bottom guys. So you can make them longer or shorter, however you want. This one's a little shorter. I'm gonna make this one a skid that just comes down. Let's see if we can do that. Let's see. You could do that too, make a rigid skid with squares. Not even use the trigons. Let's see if we can do that. See, I'm gonna improvise right now. Get away my microphone, and let's see if I can improvise here. Yeah, I'm going to improvise. Improvise means you're just making it up, but improvisation is kind of one of the things you want to do when you're an artist or an inventor. You want to improvise. You want to kind of make it up, do your own thing. Let's see. Oh, my rotor came off here. That's not good. It would cause a crash. Okay, you can see I just made up my own skid right here. Look at that. I like that design a lot. It's not shape-shifting like the other one, but that's okay. I'm going to change it up, make it a little bit different. Let's see if I can do the same thing on the other side. It goes 3. Then one here. Then one over here. Look at that. Changed it. See if it stays still. And it lands nice and stable too. And I've got a lot more blocks to play with. Okay, so I can do other things too if I want to. So that's how you build this chopper.